Why is it hard to be a trans woman in Puerto Rico? A plethora of reasons. You know, you have people that are so concerned with what's in between your legs, that are so concerned with you looking different. They can't even listen to your voice. They can't even listen to your heartbeat. They forget that you are a human being. You're dehumanized completely. It is fucked up. It's not fair. And I'm doing the best I can to at least survive and help others do that too, while enjoying their lives, while knowing that they're so beautiful.
Pour Brut, je suis allée à la rencontre de la jeunesse trans portoricaine. Sur l'île, être trans, c'est faire face à des violences et des discriminations quotidiennes. Mais ces 11 jeunes femmes trans et racisées ont créé leur propre famille choisie. Et ça s'appelle House of Grace.
So houses are these structures that are formed because a lot of times trans people and queer people don't have a family to go to because they are abandoned by their biological families. Most of the girls are in their early 20s. In many ways, these young people that have not been affirmed in their transness seek mother figures or parental figures to affirm them. My role as a mother has to do with being very affirming, me being like, yes, you are trans, yes, you are feminine, and yes, you are beautiful. A lot of people only need to hear that someone believes in them.
Je suis allée à Porto Rico au moment où Maria José et les autres membres de sa maison étaient en train de filmer le clip pour son dernier single, Casablanca. C'est une chanson qui dénonce un système qui ne les protège pas.
So I start inviting people to the house, really through intuition. I was seeking people that were talented, that were creative, and that had what I call a heart of gold.
Since I was a kid, I've always drawn like feminine figures, and like my father, he had a concern with that. When I was a kid, he wanted me to, you know, draw more masculine characters. That's so ridiculous, right? It's like, why? But you know, people are so obsessed with their kids being cisgender. I grew up with 3 older sisters than me, and I was like always waiting for them to be at school or to be at church to like try their clothes on. Something I've done like from almost 6, I believe. I attempted suicide at 8 years old, and the reason I attempted suicide, it was because of the constant bullying at school. And not only at school, but also the way that my family developed my spirituality was like really going 3 times a week to church to listen that I was going to hell. But I've healed a lot. I still have a lot to heal. My bio mom does not know I'm a girl, but my other mom does, so there's, I'm half there, you know. Maria gave me this though. I feel like a Miss Universe with this. Miss Puerto Rico! And there goes me. I thought that I was a creep, that nobody was like me, you know. Maybe, just maybe, if I had seen House of Grace at that time, I would have made another decision.
So ever since I was 17, I have been kind of by myself. My family is not very supportive. Teenagers should enjoy their teenage years, and that's a very formative period of time. So it was difficult, but I think that I took accountability and responsibility for myself ever since I was a little girl. And I just started, they're asking if I'm a girl or a boy. I'm neither. They are asking, they're like, oh, he's a boy, is she a girl? And one of the girls is saying, she's a girl. Yes, girl, I'm a girl. I love. But yeah, you know, I think that I make it work because there's no other option. I haven't been alone though. Like, I think that I made space in my life for a true family, for people that really loved me, embraced me, and honored who I am. This is kind of like a gallery, which I love. I love graffiti, and I think that's really cute. Like, look, the little hearts. Fuck man, yes. Hi. Bien, ¿y tú? Igual. Dale. All of us, I think, when we met, were sort of in processes of discovery and getting to know ourselves. We listen to each other as best as we can, in the ways that we can. And also explore femininity. And we knew that it was safe. We knew that it was okay. We knew that we weren't going to be judged and that we were going to be celebrated in those processes wherever that we might be. I feel like they are sort of soulmates. So it just feels like to be around them. I've managed to be 22 in my own special way. I've had my fun. I am a fun girl.
¿Qué calzó aquí? Me and Barbie. Interesting. Okay. A mí me está preguntando que cómo nos conocimos. So I'm gonna tell the story because, you know, I was like 15. Barbie estaba hanging out en la yarda in Caguas. It was like a club. Oh my God.
Yo me acuerdo, mi papá lo dijo jovencita, ¿cómo fue?
I mean, I was not trying to be a blonde. Especially her, pero it was kind of a role model. And I know it was something, you know, very unique. But I didn't know that I was trans. No. I feel like I'm like a rainbow. I'm like a rainbow, like full of colors. I can feel like very different every day. And you know what is crazy? That I always be feeling like this. I start, my transition physically when I met the house. And I start getting my hormone therapy. But the things that it was new, it was, that I can, make my body look softer. My body and my mind is connected now. Pero fue bien difícil. Y a veces me amenazaban o tantas. I mean, I feel like it was about to kill me. ¿Sabes? Cuando yo sentí esa correa que eso así en mi cuello, yo, Le he pegado un empujón a ese tipo. Que nada, el trabajo sexual se vio para mí como un campo minado. Como que if you do one step wrong, todo explota. And you can get in so much trouble. Exacto, y yo siento que en verdad, si soy bien honesta, y te lo voy a decir como una hermana, this is not the place. Not for us.
Yeah.
And not like girls like us. Que tienen el cuero, ¿verdad? Bastante duro. Mira, dejen saber por el chat que llegaron bien, por favor. Te amo mucho, mi amor. Sean bonitas siempre.
En 2020, 44 personnes trans ont été tuées aux États-Unis et Porto Rico est à l'épicentre de cette violence. En février dernier, une femme trans a été publiquement exécutée après avoir utilisé les toilettes des femmes dans un fast-food.
I've never felt completely safe walking long distances at night, but I have to do it. I don't have another option. I don't have a car. The minimum wage in Puerto Rico is $7.25. Because I have to pay rent and food, and because I have to live, I have to go through that like daily, and it's really, really draining.
What is it?
It's a taser that House of Grace got me. Of course, it's nothing against a gun or a group of people, but something.
Did you ever use it?
I've never used it before. And honestly, I hope I don't have to use it because I'm such a softie, you know, when it comes to like violence and all of that. It's not my thing. So hopefully I will never have to use it. But if I ever have to use it, I have it.
Well, primordially, we're like a group of people that keeps up with each other. You know, there's both an emotional and a material need that many of these kids have. You know, whether it was having people stay in my apartment, buying them food, giving them clothes, makeup, money, if they needed it. My house, I really want to be a space where Black people and where trans people can feel like they're resting, like they're away from the violence that they go through day to day.
I'm so grateful for spaces like this and also House of Grace. And it makes me hopeful for the future because I know that in Puerto Rico there is, you know, spaces being created by us for, you know, us to be.
To choose hope, to choose love, to choose art, to choose to move forward is already massive work. I'm not claiming that my body is the most transgressive.
Right.
But it is transgressive enough to like catch people's attention and make me feel gazed at.
Right.
I can feel like a stranger if I'm around people that scrutinize my body, which I love. Which I love. But it's a complicated love. I do like being private, you know, but I wonder, you know, how much of that desire for privacy has to do with having been hurt by others. It's kind of really like a, you know, I'm sheltering myself. Oh. The girls jumped. We did it.
What being feminine meant in the 80s is different to what being feminine meant in the 2000s, and it's definitely different from what it means in 2020. These are my hormones.
Every day?
Confrontations or hormones? You both, yes, every day. I've been growing out my facial hair for the Casablanca music video because I do say in the song like that I'm a hairy girl. I'm excited to be done with that so I can go back to not having any facial hair. Everything for the aesthetic. You can have facial hair, a mustache, a beard, and still be very feminine. You can be a hairy femme queen. I'm currently a hairy femme queen. And a lot of people think that trans people's ultimate goal is to pass unnoticed in society. That if you're a trans woman, you can walk anywhere and no one's gonna doubt your womanhood because you pass. To say no to that, to say, no, I get to choose my own path and I get to present in the ways that feel comfortable and possible to me at this moment. I think that is absolutely transgressive because we're not doing this to be digestible. I love the girls, all kinds of girls, not just girls with vaginas, also girls with penises. It's a great world where there's women of all kinds. No matter how much I prove my worth to someone, I'm always going to be worthless. That's not my problem.
Pour l'instant, House of Grace n'est pas une réelle maison pour accueillir les membres de la communauté, mais Maria José lève des fonds en espérant pouvoir financer un lieu de vie commune.
¿Alguien tiene alguna duda? Agradezco muchísimo su tiempo. Comenzamos oficialmente. Se ven bellas todísimas. Y acércate, pásala el tape. Guau, 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 guau. Eso. We're so used to not seeing trans people in media, in art. Bitch! You look so fucking good! I feel like it's even more so important to create work that will inspire young trans people to feel like they have a space in the world, something to do, people to look up to.
Soy la maldita en la pista, la diva transfeminista, más madre no conformista, cuán bonita la vista, esta tata de revista, el premio sí finalista, que a Casablanca está allá. Hartas de malas noticias, no más violencia machista, no más discrimen clasista, purista, evangelista, tan egoísta, clasista, bipartidista, sexista, que a Casablanca está allá.
Casablanca, no te queremos más. Falta, sola me puedo gobernar. Casablanca.
We just met yesterday. Yo.
No, but yeah.
Estrella blanca, te vamos a salvar.
So that's my first song.